and then I'm gonna go ahead and mute you all. I'm gonna just explain things, and then we'll have time to grab what you need, and you don't have to rush. So we're gonna walk through. The first thing is gonna be a 30-second hold. Every round, it's gonna be a 30-second pec squeeze. If you don't have a timer, you could just maybe count 8 to 10 really strong breaths. But if we were in the gym, we would do this with a med ball. So if you have a med ball, you can certainly use that, where we squeeze it between our forearms, and we're looking to think about squeezing the elbows in to activate like your pec, your bicep. So if you don't have a med ball, what you can do is take a dumbbell, make sure it's not too heavy, and you can always go up for your second round if you start too light. But you're gonna hold it here between your palms, and you're just gonna really think about squeezing your elbows in, stand up tall. And then from here, I want you to kind of reach your hands forward, but keep squeezing your elbows. So you're gonna really just light up your pecs and your biceps so that you can work on engaging that while you're standing tall. So you're gonna breathe through that. It's gonna be 30 seconds or just 8 to 10 breaths. And then it's gonna be 10 of everything else. The first thing is upright rows, 10 right, 10 left. So maybe you use the same dumbbell, maybe you don't. Again, you can always grow if you wanted to go up your second round and see how that felt. But just standing upright, you're just rowing straight up. So in the end, we're looking for the elbow to be up high, and we don't want to arch anything. So just zipping straight up your body. You're going to get 10 right, and then you'll switch sides for 10 left. Then we're going into a bear plank taps, or it's shoulder taps, but instead of being in a full plank, we're going to be in a little bit of a bear. So if you've never done it before, you could start in a plank, but then bring your knees in a little. So we want to keep the back nice and strong and level, and you're just going to press into the ground. It would be 1, 1, 2, 2. My goal is to not move my body at all. It's to push and stabilize. So 10 bear taps, left and right. Then the one thing I do tell you needed, other than a dumbbell or weight, is like a pillow of some sort. Some people have like Swiss balls. This would be a good use for a Swiss ball, the big bouncy balls. But if you don't, you can just use a pillow. We're gonna do 10 pass-throughs, and we're looking for 10. You're gonna end up in the feet every time. So you're gonna lay all the way down, and all I'm really doing is lifting the legs and then coming to meet it in the middle to grab that, and then bringing it up overhead, and then coming back. So that would be 1, and then I quick transfer. That would be 2. So the goal is to stay pretty hollow. Maybe lift your shoulders, maybe you lift your head. Maybe you can't and you just stay back down, that's fine. It's not a VF. You don't have to come off your back. So just try to breathe through those. You're gonna cycle through 10 total. So you go up and back for 10. And then the last thing you're gonna do every round is what I'm calling kneeling, straight armed wall walks or wall marches. I'm just moving so you can see. So all you need for this is just a little small space of wall. And what you're gonna do is setting up in your hand and knees position or tabletop position. Now it's that same hollow position as that bear, right? So my bear shoulder taps are here. I'm gonna come down for my wall climbs or my wall marches. Arms stay straight. I'm pushing the floor away. I'll check my distance just by, but from here it's just straight arm, press into it, come back down the other side. So up, up, down, down, up, up, and down, down. So you're just looking to get up and down, and you're gonna alternate through. It would be right and then left. That would be 1. The point of this is just to really stabilize. You'll find that It's a great way to press into your overhead position without any stress. You're not really carrying a big load there. You're just working with your own stability. So after the overhead squats of yesterday, this should be helpful in just kind of finding your lats. Also, just with the extreme amount of push-ups and burpees that we have been doing for weeks before that, this should be one of those things that maybe will help you find some comfort if your shoulders have been bothering you at all. So that will be the last thing you do every round. So again, just to kind of touch base, it's going to be a 30-second pec squeeze or just 10 nice deep breaths. And then you're going to go from there, 10 of everything else. Starting with your upright rows, left and right. Then it's bear taps, left and right, pillow passes up and down, and your wall marches. So right now is our chance to go grab what we need. Maybe try some different things if you aren't sure what you want to do.
I can't hear you.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Right now is the time to just grab what you need. Maybe try a couple different things if you're not sure what you need to use.
Can you give me the list again of what we're doing so I can write it down?
Yep. So 30-second pec squeeze. Cool. 10 upright rows, left and right. 10 bear taps, left and right. 10 pillow passes, and 10 straight arm wall marches. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk through 4 rounds of this and just kind of enjoy it. If something feels weird, certainly like explore that a little bit, but also don't push into anything that feels bad. If the upright rows feel funky, drop the weight down, make it really light. And this should take us about 20 minutes. Maybe some people will take like 22, but when you're done, just come check in and we can talk about how things felt. And then we're gonna go through a little bit of some pistol work before you leave, which will be just good accessory work without like taxing your shoulders anymore. So whenever you are ready to get started.
Real quick, for the wall ones, were you up on your knees or off your knees?
Yep, on my knees the whole time.
On my knees. Okay.
Yep, so stay pretty comfortable in your low body and just like keep pressing into the wall. Ooh, but I'm gonna have to try it without my knees on the ground.
Ooh.
It would definitely be hard.
I was thinking of like the tap, so then I was like, wait.
It would, I mean, I think it would be doable. It would just be really, really hard.
Okay.
Totally fine. All right, so go ahead and get started whenever you feel comfortable, and you don't have to speed through anything. And this isn't for time, this is just for quality. So if you have questions along the way, please feel free. So Carrie, start here and squeeze in and then slowly press out, but keep squeezing your elbows in as much as you can. You probably won't be able to straighten all the way out. Keep squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So we want to light these up. So there you go. Good, Mike, that works. So if you're holding onto a dumbbell, think about kind of reaching your arms out, but keeping your elbows squeezing in. See what that does. Does it take you into something different? Does it light up your pecs a little further? So just hold, Brooke, right here. Squeeze and hold. You want to kind of light your pecs up. We want to light the inside of your biceps up. And then after that, you go into your upright rows. Try to just think high elbow. Punch your elbow high. Might expose some shoulder stickiness. There you go. And if you don't have anything light enough, you can do both arms together. If any of it feels too heavy. 10 right, 10 left. Just squeeze. Like you want to squeeze your elbows together. Good. Upright rows, 10 right, 10 left. Try not to to change your back at all, just stand up straight. And then Kels, try to bring that butt down in that plank a little bit. Yeah, there you go. So the goal is to keep your back nice and level, even if you bring your knees in. So your upper body looks like a plank and your knees are bent. There you go, Sarah. Just press the floor away. Good, Brooke, you might want to stand with your feet a little bit wider apart, like shoulder width. There you go. Squeeze your butt and zip it straight up your body. Good. The pillow pass-throughs really just want to press into the hollow as you crunch in together and work to maintain it as you reach long. There you go, Mike. Try to keep those legs straight if you can. Reach up. There you go. That's better. So you really have to squeeze your feet together as you bring your heels down towards the ground. Kind of keep that pillow in there. All right. First time playing around with those floor marches, straight arms, just trying to find positions. And then march both arms up, both arms down.
How many rounds?
4. So Maura, right now you're just kind of doing taps. We want to march up. So you're going to get up, up, down, down. Both arms. That way you're really pressing into it. Good. So it's finding that really strong overhead braced position without having to carry a load. Mike, your back shouldn't change, just your arms reach up. So don't stand up, just reach your arms overhead. That's it, and push into the wall. Good. So straight arms climb up, straight arms climb down. And just brace and press into it. Think about like it's a handstand. So we want to tuck the chin and press through those shoulders, Sarah. You might want to back away just a little bit from the wall. There you go. So you can keep your arms straight and have to really reach and press for it. That's better. So those marches will get better as you go. They're just something new. Try to work on straight arms so that you're just reaching your straight arm up and pressing into it. Good. Getting into your pec squeeze again after that. And for that, we just really want to feel it. So you can work on just breathing, maybe 10 nice long slow breaths or 30 seconds. So right here, think about squeezing into that hollow. Squeeze your butt, tuck your tailbone under, make sure you're not arching back. Ribs are pinned down. There you go, Kels. Rock solid upper body. Nice job, Kelsey. Good, Carrie. Nice high elbow. Nice strong core. Good, Kels. Good. Try to go all the way down, Brooke. Straighten that arm out every time. There you go. Good. Straight up the center. Don't bring it out to the side. Straight up the center. Wide elbow up. Good, Mike. That's better. Great hollow, Kels. There you go, Mora. So, Brooke, start in a plank just to find a better position. And then bring your knees in and just walk your feet in a little bit, but try to keep your, nope, keep your butt down. So yeah, and just push the floor away. So you want weight in your hands, not like a squat, but put some weight in your hands. I can't really see you right now, but you could also, instead of starting in hands and knees and just lift your knees up. So start hands and knees and just lift your knees up a little bit for those bear taps. Oh, great, Sarah. There you go, Kel. So over the hump, work on breathing. Try to breathe into those ribs that bother you, that scap, all the shoulder stuff. Good, Carrie. Nice flat back. There you go. Hands and knees. That's better, Brooke. I can even see your muscles. Remember those? Good, Maura. Just practicing pressing into it. Think about full hands on the wall. We want to find the pecs. There you go, Brooke. Try to keep your back on the ground. Don't arch away from the ground. Keep squeezing it. There you go. Even if you have to bend your knees, that's okay. Good, Sarah. Trying to get those hands up as high as you feel comfortable, pressing into it. Nice and straight in the line. Just pushing the wall away. Good, Mike. Try to keep your whole core hollow for those wall marches, just like your bear taps, pushing the floor away. Good, Sarah. Try to squeeze that hollow. Ribs are in. Glutes are on. That's it right there. Tailbone tucked under. Keep on breathing. Good, Carrie. Nice control. That doesn't look very comfortable, Mike. Angles and ridges. Pretend it's a med ball. Good, Kels. Extend the weight out as long as you can keep those elbows squeezing and active. Just look for the pec light up. Good, smooth moving, Maura. Think about breathing on those. Nice, Sarah. Good, keep breathing. Good, we want that high elbow here. So just pulling it straight up. Good, Carrie. Think about tucking that chin down, kind of elongate that back. There you go. You got it, Sarah. Straight up. There you go, Brooke. That's better. Curls are for the girls, man. We don't do those. Your shoulder not like that, Brooke? You might want to do, like, you could do both arms on that one weight for that side. Ooh. Left side looks fine, huh? That right side looked like it was hard. Try to get that butt down, Mike. There you go, bear crawls. Knees are just hovering off the floor. That's it. Upper body like a plank. Yeah, Mike. Good, Kels. Nice stability in your upper body or in your body. Just moving those arms and legs, keeping a hollow. Yeah, Mike. Good. Smooth and slow control on those pull-ups, or rows rather. There you go, Brooke. Keep pressing into the ground. There you go, Carrie. So when you're done with 4 rounds, you can just let me know how it went. If anything felt fun, funky, weird, surprising. How'd it feel for you, Kels?
Good, I liked it.
Yeah, I was thinking of you actually with those, both, well, not both, but just thinking about your shoulder and stuff when I was doing today's programming, because I was like, oh, thinking of people who could benefit from some shoulder. And it's not necessarily shoulder, right? Like, it's like just the whole area needing to be like a little freer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you like?
I liked the passes
Yep.
and
Good
the bear
core work.
taps.
Yeah, isn't it funny? Like, because you can do them in a plank, and you go wider with your feet and you can kind of maintain, but it doesn't even feel close to the control that you can find in a bear. And then it just says, I don't know, like it puts in my mind that one day doing them in a plank could feel just like that.
Yeah.
You know, like as far as how hard they are.
And I tried the wall ones on your toes and it felt good.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll have to try it.
Yeah.
That's great.
I lost count. Am I on 3 or 4?
I don't know. Just finish up the one you're on.
I did. I'm just wondering where everyone else is. I think maybe I have
Well,
one more left.
some are finishing. It's up to you. You can always do one after. Sarah, how'd it feel for you? Or you still have one more? You have one more, yeah. You're not alone there, Brooke. There's a bunch of people squeezing things with you. But yeah, I liked those wall walks just because they were different. And I was like, oh, it's nice to feel the tension required to be overhead without actually having weight pushing you down and that you had to push up too.
I feel like I like this stuff that we can kind of do it now because we don't normally work on this stuff at the gym.
I think it's kind of a good takeaway, just having a day a week where we focus on more just like how things should feel when we're moving and kind of finding a lot of unilateral stuff that can help us work to fix some of our really big imbalances. And like basically it's like, even for myself, every week it's been like there's been one thing or so that I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. Like I could picture myself later being like, oh, I bet that would feel good, and going back to using some of these things that in my own for just like little rehabs when things feel like they have a kink, you know, and you kind of want to work it out. Straight arm rows are huge, or upright rows. When we first started doing these, I could barely move through them without like ridiculous crunching and tension and feeling like it was wrong.
Yeah.
And now I can move through a lot more weight, feeling like at least I'm connected. What about you, Maura?
It felt good. Like, given that my elbow's bothering me, I've appreciated like the ability to keep my arms kind of straight through some of these.
Yep. And not have a ton of weight.
I did like a really light weight on my right and then a heavier on my left, which is cool.
Hey, that's how it is right now, you know?
Yeah. But no, it felt good. I like the bear taps. I remember doing those for the first time at the box and being like, this is insane.
Yeah, they're so much harder, and it's like supposed to be an easier one, but it's just the type of thing of progressions, right? Like if you don't think those are easy, then we probably shouldn't be doing shoulder taps in a plank when we're asking you to take away more stability.
More stability.
Yeah.
I like them though. Like,
yeah, me too, because it definitely makes you feel things, but without taking your stability away. Yeah. And how'd you feel, Carrie? I'm trying to unmute you, but I can't.
Good. I like the pass-throughs.
Yeah, they became, I would say they were a big chunk of work just because it became like 20 reps.
Yeah.
But it's always good to light the core up and just feel the connection from upper to lower body.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say?
I really just like how we're like kind of forced to like really find our like good strong core and stuff, like not doing so much like heavy weight and all this stuff because we're like limited. So like, well, I'm gonna make my weight feel really heavy even though it's not.
You got to get the most of your workouts still, so that just means you have to put the most into them. It's the same as like aqua aerobics. You can go to aqua aerobics and you can sit there and laugh at all the old ladies that don't want to get their hair wet, or you could go to aqua aerobics and you could get a kick-ass workout if you just take your pride out of the situation and put the work where it's supposed to be and the intention where it's supposed to be. You know, it might seem silly, but you can get a whole lot out of your aqua aerobics. So it's the same. for, you know, a workout in your living room. If you put real good intentions into your movements, into your you know, feelers and stuff like that, you can get a whole lot more out of it than just rushing through. So hopefully we bring that back to the box with us, you know, like having some, I think it just put us in a new sense of self, maybe, I don't know, just kind of had to be a little more self-aware. And self-awareness is huge when it comes to moving, because most of us have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so unless we're really in tune or self-aware, we can't. So this is a great time to like just get that, lots of checking in with yourself and lots of feedback from these, because dumbbells are harder than barbells and we've been forced to work with them a lot. They give us a lot more feedback. All right. How'd you feel, Brooke?
I think today was a great program.
Well, we're not done yet.
Well, I just like how it was more of an all body workout versus some of the other ones where we're just doing legs.
That's why I said we're not done yet, Brooke.
Well, I still like it because I still feel like I got my abs,
Yeah.
I got my arms,
Good.
I got it all.
Yeah.
It's great.
So, Mike, how do you feel?
I feel fine. I think the pass-through sucked personally.
Good.
But,
Yeah,
I
me
did get
too.
through them, so that's
You got to
good.
have something that makes it work. All right.
Yeah, well,
So
that was
I
work.
just want to go over our afterburn, and it is, I don't want to really call it an afterburn. We could call it accessory work, technique work, skill work. And what we're going to do is 3 rounds through. You're going to do 10 lateral lunges. That's just 5 right, 5 left. And that's just to check in, kind of see how things are flowing, how deep you can get on each side. And then you're going to hold a 30-second pistol squat. So 1-legged squat on either side. We have to find a level that's doable. And we just want to learn what it feels like to be in the bottom position of a 1-legged squat with good tension without losing everything. So you kind of have to take it back to the position that you can control. So I'll just go through a couple things. I was just sitting in a bad position. So split or lateral lunges. You're going to start with a really, really wide stance. And I just want you to focus on sitting into that squat on one side and then pressing back, sitting into the other one. So really gripping the floor with your feet, looking for tension. Maybe you're not able to get down all the way. That's okay. Then you're going to spend 30 seconds right, 30 seconds left. That could be 2 sets of 15 seconds on each side. I know this is a very hard position to maintain if you're going all the way, or if you're even just finding the right level for you, it can be hard. So starting at, the goal would be the bottom of our pistol being here, right? So my leg is up, I'm only on one leg or one foot, my arms are in front, and my back is engaged enough. Like I'm squatting into that. Like it's not like I'm just sunk into it. So I'm gonna hang out there if I can. If I can't do that, because that's not easy, then the next thing would be put that leg down, that front leg, let that be on the ground. And then from there, it might even be that my heel is up a little bit and I'm just trying to get down in this compressed position. If I can't find that with balance, then I might grab, this might be a little bit high, but that's okay. If I grab something that I could practice on, I'm going to take my foot and find stability, and then I'm just going to allow myself to kind of sink down. So I can put quite a bit of weight into this right foot, or I could not. Maybe I have it resting. Maybe I have this, but no matter what, my goal is to just get on top of that left foot. Working on pressing into that ankle, that dorsiflexion here. Another option would be maybe you grab your door frame and use that for a little balance. Like if you have a hard time staying down there, just having something to grab in front of you and use that to brace you down. So we're gonna go through 3 rounds. So you'll get a total of 1.5 minutes on each side. And you'll get a total of 3 sets of just 10 of your lateral lunges. So you don't have to rush anything. And you could try different holds if you needed.
So are you on your toe when you're doing that thing?
No, we want to be in a squat. You could just work a 2-legged or a gymnastic squat for you would be great. So gymnastic squat might be another option. That's just the idea of being on top of your feet like that. So you're going to put both feet together and you're just going to press yourself down into that squat. So that's another option too. You could just get down to here and try to hold that.
So your heels are on the ground.
Yeah, but that's, you know, something that if you don't have good ankle mobility is going to be something that takes a while to work into.
Okay. Well, let me try.
So start with your lateral lunges, just kind of warming up the one side. Good, Sarah. And those will probably feel a little bit better after your first hold. Good, Kels. Nice fight. Just keep pushing into that left foot. Stay active. There you go, Mike. Use that left leg as much as you need to. Just press yourself onto your right foot. That's it. You can use your foot for stability. We just want to kind of get down there. Yeah, Maura. Pretty good. We want to try to get back on that heel. But for now, you just get down there and compress and just, you could support yourself with that box. I like that. Just stay in a realm of, you know, like it has to feel like a position that you are comfortable in, or at least that you can maintain. There you go, Mike. That's a good way to practice too. Yeah, Sarah. Keep breathing. You've got a lot of, I see your knee swaying a lot. One of the things you want to think about is kind of like really pressing into that right foot for stability, and think about tracking your knee almost a little bit wide. You kind of want to like create that tension, keep it tracking over your foot, but if you think wide, it probably won't go that wide. You'll just be pressing into a better position. There you go. Grip the floor with that foot. Yeah, Brookie, look at you with that position. Yeah. Good, Maura. Fight to keep the chest up. You too, Carrie. Try not to bend forward with your chest. Keep that chest up when you're pressing into it. Good, Brooke. Just keep reaching for that foot. Oh, this side looks really good. Are you on your heel too? Look at you. You didn't think you could do that. I guess it's not your ankles that are the problem. Or your knees. It's the hippie hips. Nice, Kel. Woo! Yeah, Kel. Good, Maura. Just pressing into that right shin, the toes. Just getting comfortable or familiar, maybe not comfortable at all, acquainted. Your back, thinking about bringing life to your back, not just rounding into it, but tension. Your feet need to be a little wider there, I think, Mike. That one's better. Good, much better. So yeah, if it's just the ankles that are the difficult part, or the feet and the ankles in the squat holds, you might want to play around with just holding a gymnastic squat, which is both feet on the ground, just pressing into flat, straight feet together. So the time under tension should be hard, yeah? But that's what gets us the ability to do these things. It's like, how'd that feel for you, Carrie?
I have no balance.
You have no balance?
You made it look so easy, and
Thank you. I've been working for years.
that was really hard, and I kept hitting my toe without meaning to. So it's something I just need to really work on.
Well, the thing is that you know, like you said, I made it look easy. Like, look at Kelsey there. She's making it look easy, but I can promise you she is struggling her ass off right now to do that. These are the types of thing, the easier you make them look, the harder you're working. Because it's a matter of like pressing into tension. So
Yeah.
if you want them to be easy, it's make them harder, right? Like, because if you can make them harder for yourself, then you just master that. It never gets harder. The next step just comes to you.
Right.
So hopefully they do just start to get a little bit better. I remember when we first introduced the lateral lunge was after the gymnastics seminar I took. And when I first came back and said, okay, guys, we need to work on these, it was like 2 out of 10 people that could do them.
Right.
You know, and now I think it's the opposite, where we have more people that can do them than that can't. And that's just because we have people that have been working on them for long.
Right. Right.
So time under tension is how we develop these gymnastics skills. Pistols are extremely hard because they're one-legged squats. Squats are extremely hard, and people aren't doing those right. So in my gymnastics seminar that I took, they told me, and I brought this back to you all, is that we should be able to hold a squat for 5 minutes as human beings that function properly and have mobility and the ability to breathe and move. It's part of how we were designed, you know, by whoever. So the fact that we can't, or if we can't, we're displaying and showing a deficiency, right? We're showing that we're either lacking in mobility, in strength, in flexibility, whatever the issue is, from something that we should be able to do innately. So these are why we want to try to expose these things. So then they're going on to say, okay, well, you should be able to do a 5-minute squat, and they mean 10. And you should also be able to do a 90-second one-legged squat hold. That's hard. I can push through it though. I know I could do that. I'm gonna have to do it now, but that's okay. So we've done that 5-minute squat challenge before. That's a great one to do with yourself. Anytime you want to kind of test yourself. Kelsey, no, you're fine.
Not by yourself. You need
Not by
people
yourself,
there.
maybe. Yeah, I guess it's a Zoomable event, a Facebook Liveable event, or you could just get your friends, your kids, your dogs to squat with you for 5 minutes. Have a squat contest and win. Unless your kids are kids, then they're gonna win. Because they haven't lost the innate ability that we were given. So this hopefully was helpful for you today, and if nothing else, something to grow on. Maybe one of those exercises, something you can use to help your shoulder feel a little better, or whatnot. Tomorrow we are working on, I don't know if you saw my post where I did a bunch of clean and presses on my knees. That's gonna happen tomorrow. So we'll play around with some different things in that, and we're also going to play around with some Turkish get-ups, because those are great for stability and control and strength building. But I was going to say we could all watch Mike struggle a little bit longer, but we'll let him do that on his own. All right, Mike, we'll let you do it on your own. I got to go pistol squat for 90 seconds now. Left and right. We'll see how that goes.
Good luck.
But you guys can challenge yourselves too. Challenge your squat, check it out, whatever you want to do. Spend time under tension. It's good for you. And it might help us relieve some tension. All right. Have a good day, guys. Thanks so much for coming.